Tracy, you have 25 seconds for your opening statement. Your time starts now.
Hey guys, my name is Tracy Mao and I'm running for your 2015-16 ASB Activities Coordinator. I look forward to dedicating my time to organizing enjoyable events that will ensure every student feels that they are part of the Mission family. I would also like to increase student interaction and participation during big events such as Homecoming Week and Multicultural Week and on a daily basis.
Eric, you have 25 seconds for your opening statement. Your time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Eric Zhu and I'm running for ASB Activities Coordinator. Let's ditch the formalities and get straight to the point. I have good ideas and experience and knowledge to implement them. I have the energy to be excited for the new ideas that Mission will face next year, and I hope you do too. Look to my campaign, my personality, but most of all my plans for next year. I trust that you'll find plenty to be excited for.
We will now be moving on to the first question. Your role as the ASB Activities Coordinator is most often exhibited during Friday activities. In what ways will you entice the student body, especially the upperclassmen, to come and watch the activities? Eric, you may not give your 30-second response to the question. Your time starts now.
Well, I'd like to propose an event that I will do next year, and that will be every Friday I will host a music event in which students from all grades submit music that fits a designated genre that rotates every week. And this mainly complements my proposed infrastructure, which means that I will have a Google Doc, and everyone from every single class can submit ideas. Because last year and this year there have been complaints about lack of representation from underclassmen. I offer that.
Tracy, you may now give your 30-second response to the question. Your time starts now.
Okay, so the big difference between underclassmen and upperclassmen is that upperclassmen have cars, so they usually go out to lunch during lunch to eat food. So in order to increase participation during Friday activities and lunch activities, L2 might be able to provide lunch for the people attending.
Okay, we will now enter the rebuttal period. Eric, you may now add on to your own response to the question, as well as Tracy's response. You have 25 seconds. Your time starts now.
Once again, as Tracy pointed out, upperclassmen have cars, but I'd like to point out that a regular L2 lunch is not really very feasible. As opposed to me hosting a music event, everyone from every single class will be able to contribute ideas, and there will be representation from the underclassmen, a problem that Mission has strongly had throughout the last couple of years.
Tracy, you may now give your 25-second rebuttal. Your time starts now.
Well, right now, Austin Keene already plans music on Fridays, so that idea has been already implemented into the Friday activity system. In order to increase upperclassmen participation, we can also hold after-school activities, so people would be able to get lunch and then go to activities after school.
Okay, we will now move on to the second question. What will you do besides Friday activities to increase school spirit? How will these activities involve the student body? Tracy, you may now give your 30-second response to the question. Your time starts now.
Other than Friday activities, I didn't really see that many spirit weeks that we usually have. So other than Battle of the Sexes Week and Multicultural Week, I would also like to implement more spirit weeks that people can dress up for, such as other than Winter Week also.
Okay, Eric, you may now give your 30-second response to the question. Your time starts now.
Alright, so this relates to another idea that I have. I noticed that the school mood record tends to be academically focused. So I think a public speaking event during lunch, which will allow students to express themselves, that will be based on assorted, various interesting subjects. I think this will take our minds off academics and also boost school mood. I mean, look at it. Right now, all we talk about is academics. It'll be very good for us to have a different event that's very unique.
Your rebuttal time is 25 seconds. Your time starts now.
I agree with school is really focused on academics, and by having academic events such as the speaking competitions or activities that he mentioned, I think that will also increase student participation.
Eric, can we now give you a rebuttal? You have 25 seconds.
Well, one of the things I'd like to say is, well, over the last 2 years as class teacher, I've learned how to connect and to relate other people's ideas and to implement them. So I think I'm the most fittest activities coordinator to carry out these ideas. As you can very much tell, we have a very active debate and speech club. But I want to promote public speaking as a general activity throughout our entire school.
Eric, Tracy, you will now give your 25-second concluding speeches. Eric, you may begin. Oh, sorry. Your time starts now.
I would like to point out the whole point of the activities coordinator: unity. Our differences are the hope of unity, the beginning of an interactive relationship from the status quo, the beginning of a discovery of what limits we can scale, the beginning of a year when 4 separate classes are one close unit in school. And that, my friends, is what lies in the potential of one simple action: to vote Eric Zhu as your ASB activities coordinator. Thank you.
Starts now.
First off, I would like to thank all my friends that supported me throughout this campaign and through next week. Through the leadership skills I have gained from my extracurricular activities such as yearbook and DECA, combined with my creativity and the love for this school, MSJ, I will definitely make next school year an amazing year for all of us. So remember, vote Tracy for AC.
The treasurer is in charge of running the student store and managing the ASB's account and ASB funds. He or she must always deal with requisitions, checks, and daily ASB officer responsibilities. The candidates will be giving their opening speech with Gore going first, followed by Shiv Salwan. Shiv will then answer question number 1 first, followed by Michelle. Shiv will give his rebuttal, then Michelle will give hers. The candidates will alternate with Michelle answering question number 2 as well as giving her rebuttal first. Shiv will give the closing statement first, followed by Michelle. Michelle, you may now give your charts now.
Hello everyone, my name is Michelle Gore and I'm running to be your next ASB treasurer. The biggest advantage I can give to MSJ next year is definitely my extensive experience. I've had 2 years of class treasurer experience, which has allowed me to familiarize myself with the responsibilities of ASB treasurer. My experience combined with my passion, responsibility, and commitment to the school makes me the ideal candidate to be your next ASB treasurer. Thank you.
Shiv, you have 25 seconds for your opening statement. Your time starts now.
Good afternoon, Mission Warriors. My name is Shiv Salwan, and I'm running to be your ASB treasurer. I'm running for 3 reasons. First, one of my primary goals is to increase transparency with regular income expense reports. Second, I will increase accountability within ASB. Third, I will improve operational excellence to maximize revenue and cut costs. I humbly ask for your support in this election. Thank you.
We will now move on to the first question. Given the existing restrictions on selling items in the student store and nutritional guidelines, in what ways will you encourage purchases at the student store while maximizing profits? Shiv, you may now give a 30-second response to the question. Your time starts now.
Okay, so nutritional guidelines are very important guidelines to follow. So first, before we do anything, we have to get the products passed by the administration. But I'd like to increase variety as much as possible, as long as it falls under guidelines. And by increasing variety, we're going to increase the volume to the student store, thereby increasing the profits. And just by using selling safe snacks that are healthy for students and that follow the guidelines, I think we can very effectively maximize revenue from what we have right now. Thank you.
You may now give your 30-second response to the question. Your time starts now.
Right now I believe that the prices for the items at the student store are too high and they aren't really student friendly. So I think the best way to maximize profit is to find food items that would be popular among the student body so that we can lower prices for everyone. So food items that would be popular among the student body would be like talking to other local restaurants to find items for the student store.
We will now enter the rebuttal period. Shiv, you may now add on to your own response to the question, as well as Michelle's response. You have 25 seconds and your time starts now.
Okay, Michelle, that was a good point, but the primary responsibility of a treasurer is to maximize profits. If we lower prices any further, we're going to be operating on very thin margins. Right now, for let's say a sour worm pack, we're only operating on 44 cents around a pack. If we decrease the prices any more, while it may be a good idea, while students may want to decrease the price, it's just not going to be feasible. Also, adding using restaurants, that's also not going to be feasible because we're going to be losing more money in the long term. Oh, yeah, thank you.
Now give your 25-second rebuttal. Your time starts now.
So I would like to add on to what I said earlier. I think that by finding more popular student items, food items for the student store, I would believe that more people would come to the student store and buy the items so that we can maximize profit. By lowering the prices, more people will be attracted to buying the items.
Moving on to the second question. Sorry, here's the question. What makes you the most qualified candidate to be ASB treasurer? You have 30 seconds and your time starts now.
To be ASB treasurer, not only do you need passion, but you also need experience. Being class treasurer for 2 years has allowed me to familiarize myself with the duties as ASB treasurer, such as processing requisition forms, expenditure requests, check requests, and more. And being a class officer for a class of over 500 students allows me to understand what the student body looks for in a leader. And on top of that, I am also the publicity officer for Leo Club and the Phoenix Magazine, which has taught me to communicate and reach out to the student body.
Shiv, you may now give your 30-second response to the question, and your time starts now.
Okay, so for experience, first I was a freshman class president, which was an executive role, so I had to make the tough decisions. Second, this past year, I've been working with my family business, and I've learned how to manage a budget, price products appropriately, and do basic inventory management, which are all skills directly applicable to the job of a treasurer. Now, also, I'd like to increase transparency, improve accountability, and maximize revenue. And with the skills that I've gained these past 2 years, I believe I can make it this next upcoming school year successful for MSJ. Thank you.
We will now enter the 25-second rebuttal period. Michelle, you may now add on to your own response to the question as well as Shiv's response. You have 25 seconds and your time starts now.
As of now, I'm the only student here at MSJ who has 2 years of class treasurer experience, and I believe that makes me experienced enough to be ASB treasurer for this school. Thank you.
Thank you. Your time starts now.
All right, Michelle, that's a great point you bring about being a treasurer. However, the fact of the matter is, it's quality over quantity. The quality and the effectiveness of the treasurer duties, that's more important. I understand you've been the publicity officer, you've been the treasurer for the past 2 years. However, the thing is, I bring very great things to the table. Like I tell you, this past 2 years, I've learned how to manage a budget, price products appropriately, and other necessary skills needed to be an effective treasurer. Thank you.
Shiv, Michelle, you may now give your 25-second including speeches. Shiv, you may begin. And your time starts now.
Those of us who care about mission greatness, who believe that we are exceptional, must put aside our differences and work together when it comes to strengthening our school and supporting our student body. If you believe that the status quo is perfect, vote for my opponent. But if you can believe that we can expand our growth, improve transparency, and generate revenue, then I'm your guy. Thank you.
So what I've learned from being class treasurer is that not being able to know or understand what the leaders of the school are doing or how our funds are being used can be very frustrating. So I want to make sure that there's always a representative student voice. I want to make sure that every decision that we make as ASB officers will truly represent and incorporate the voice of the MSJ student body. My goal is to be able to enhance your experience here next year at this school. So please vote for me. Thank you.
Okay, we now exit the stage. Thank you.